in the TDS format. Salary always it is an average of 12 months. Divided by 12, your tax is how much? 33,150. For taxation, taxpayer must be 18 years and above. So up to 18 years, you will not come under, you are not called as an assessee. Long-term capital gain always comes under the rate of 20% and the rest business income comes under 30%. A warm welcome to one and all. This is your Adarsh sir, lecturing Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. We are discussing your Unit 4 Session 3 Corporate Taxation 4th Sem BCom and the topic called TDS Advance Payment of Tax and Interest. And we are done with your TDS part. We have done many problems as per the question paper and today we are discussing advance tax. As I told you, the first session it all talks about the deductions 80C to 80U that applies for your assessment of individual, calculation of TDS as well as calculation of advance tax. The today's agenda it is on what is advance tax and problems on advance tax. These are the major topics we will discuss in today's session. Now, before we get into the problems on advance tax, we should understand what is advance tax. Now, advance tax is the amount of income tax that is paid much in advance rather than lump sum payment at the end of the year. So, instead of payment of tax together at the end, you can go with the part by part payment. Similarly, for example, usually we buy the capital goods like house, car, vehicle. Usually the 90% of the people will not make the lump sum payment. They always go with EMI. If the value is 1 lakh, they pay 10,000 as down payment and remaining 90,000 will be paid step by step like 5,000 every month for next 18 months. Similarly, all the calculation, the tax also, the government has made it as simple like instead of paying your tax together at the end of the year, as soon as you get your income, you pay part by part of your tax. Who are eligible for that? I'll tell you. Now, if your age is below 60 years, you're eligible for advance tax. Hope you're clear. So don't say that so 5 years kid can pay advance tax. The answer is no. The reason is very simple because for taxation, taxpayer must be 18 years and above. So up to 18 years, you will not come under, you are not called as an assessee. Now, 18 years to 60 years, they can come under the concept called advance tax. And the second rule, your tax payable is above 10,000, then you will come under advance tax. There are two things you have to remember. Your age must be below 60 years and above 18 years and your tax liability must be 10,000 and above. Then only you will come under advance tax rule. Now, also known as earned tax advance tax is to be paid in installment and due dates for advance tax. These are the due dates. Which are the due dates? These. For example, you have to remember the June, add 3 months, September, add 3 months, December, add 3 months, March. These are the due dates. Every year, the year differs, but the due dates always the similar. So it must be June, September, December as well as March. These are the due dates. And what are the percentage of advance tax? For example, your advance tax is 1 lakh. Your total tax for the year is 1 lakh. In this 1 lakh, 15,000 you have to pay in the first installment and 30%. 30,000 you have to pay in the second installment. Another 30,000 you have to pay in the third installment and 25,000 you are supposed to pay in the next installment. The total put together it is 1 lakh. Hope you are clear. Yes, I'll go to the next one. Now, we'll go with one practical problem so that you will understand advance tax better. The estimated taxable business income of Vijay Limited for the financial year is 6 lakh and taxable long-term capital gain is rupees 3 lakh. Always remember the capital gain, that too is specifically long-term capital gain, will not come under normal tax slab. You have to calculate separately. Calculate the advance tax installment assuming estimated TDS is to be 25,000. Means already they paid 25,000 TDS. Now business income 6 lakh, your capital gain is 3 lakh, total you will get 9 lakh. Already you know that long-term capital gain always comes under the rate of 20% and the rest business income comes under 30%. Now out of 9 lakh, the tax payable long-term capital gain 20%, on 3 lakh we can calculate. The remaining 6 lakh comes under business. You have only business means it comes under 30% slab. So 30%. 1 lakh 80 plus 60, your answer is 2 lakh 40,000. How to pay advance tax? Simple one. Now, your calculation, your health and education cess on that. Now, your answer is 2 lakh 40,000 at 4% cess. So, you may ask, sir, what is this 4%? Remember, we have all the government institutions, government schools and government colleges. How they are running? They are running because of your education cess. Whatever cess we pay, the tax we pay to the government, in that 4% will go to whom? All the government institution, the government faculties, the government institution will be administrated, run by this amount. Now, after adding this, you will get 2,49,600. From that, you have to minus TDS, which is already paid. So, how much it is paid? 25,000. Your answer is 2,24,600. Hope you are clear. Yes. Now, 2,24,600. Now, we have to calculate advance tax. What is your slab? I'll go back to your previous one. Your slab is 15%, 30%, 30%, 25%. This is your slab. Now, so after this, come to your answer. 2,24,000 into 15%, 2,24,600 into 30%. The same answer you will get for this, and 2,24,600 into 25%. All put together 33,690, 67,380, 67,380, 56,150. All put together, you will get your total advance tax. And always remember, when you calculate advance tax, the total value should matches with whatever the major base value you have taken. Then your answer is correct, because all the percentage calculated on this, the total percentage is 100%. So the value should matches with the base price. Hope you are clear. Yes. Once you are done with this, I'll go to next problem. The second one. The following are the particular estimated income of Mr. Podar for the assessment year 2024-25. Income from salary already computed, it is 6 lakh. Income from house property, it is computed 1,50,000. Income from interest on government security 1,10,000. Remember, it is income from salary, income from house property, income from other source. And winning from lottery. Lottery comes under separate slab of 30%. Remember, lottery, puzzle, games, horse race, separate rate of 30%. Long-term capital gain, separate rate of 20%. Now, this is 40,000. Calculate the amount of advance tax payable by him in various installment. Tax of rupees 12,000 have been deducted. That is called TDS. Already he has paid 12,000 tax, that has to be removed from the actual tax payable out of lottery income, and rupees 5,000 from salary income he has deposited. See, already he paid 12,000 for lottery and 5,000 for other tax. He has deposited 10,000 in public provident fund. Again, remember, 80C, we have to deduct as deduction. Now I'll go with the answer. You know the concept. That's why I'll not explain you the concept again. Now, salary 6 lakh. House property 1,50,000. Interest on government security 1,10,000. Winning from lottery 40,000. Gross total income you will get 9 lakh. The total value is how much? 9 lakh. After this, deduction under section 80C, the PPF, Public Provident Fund, 10,000 is deducted. Your final answer is 8,90,000. Now, tax payable, as I told you, your lottery income separate 30%. That will be 12,000. That 12,000 already you have paid. Now, tax on other income, 8,50,000. Do you have any long term? No, there is no long term. Remaining is 8,50,000. On 8,50,000, you have to calculate tax. On 8,50,000, you are supposed to calculate tax. As you know that up to 2,50,000, zero tax. Next, 2,50,000, 5%. You will get 12,500. So total 5 lakh is done. The remaining is 3,50,000. Remaining 3,50,000. You calculate 20%. That will be 70,000. 70 plus 12,500. It is 82,500. That is what they have calculated. Hope you are clear. How did you get this 82,500? Up to 2,50,000 is nil. Next to 2,50,000 is 5%. That is 12,500. And remaining amount means how did you get this remaining amount? Your answer is how much? 8,50,000. In this 2,50,000, 2,50,000, 5 lakh is done. The remaining answer is 3,50,000. On that you have calculated. Now 82,500 plus 12,000, your total answer 94,500. Now on that education says 4%. As I told you, it is a general and compulsory. If you calculate 4%, it is 3,780. The total value will be 1,01,000. Yeah. So the answer will be 94,000 plus 3,000, 97, 98 to 80. Now, in this, already you paid 12,000 as a tax towards the lottery income and 5,000 towards the tax. So, total 17,000 already you have paid. The remaining will be how much? 73,720. Hope you are clear up to this. Now, the total tax liability as per this, 94,500. I'll calculate. 94,500 plus 3,780. Your total answer is 98,280. 98,280. Then minus 17,000. So your answer will be 90,720. Clear? Your answer will be how much? 90,720. After deducting all your deduction and everything, your answer 90,720. So your all the calculations should be calculated on in this. I'll go back to your calculation. 94,500 plus 3,780. So 98,280 minus 17,000. It will be 81,280. Your answer will be 81,280. In this, there are two things which are deducted. One is 5,000, one is 12,000. So, after getting 81,280, your all the calculation not on this value, you have to calculate on 81,280. 81,280 into 15%, 81,280 into 30%, 81,280 into 30%, 81,280 into 25%. Hope you are clear. Again, I'll repeat that. Now, if you do calculation in this, the total value of salary you will get 6 lakh, then 1,50,000, then 1,10,000, 40,000. So total income will be 9 lakh. So 6 lakh, 1 lakh 50,000, 1 lakh 10,000 and 40,000. Your total answer will be 9 lakh. From 9 lakh deduction worth rupees 10,000. Your answer is 8 lakh 90,000. Is there any other deduction? You have to check. There are no other deductions in this. Now, as per this, 8 lakh 90,000 you got. From this, you have a lottery income of separate 12,000 that you have to remove that 40,000 actually. So your answer will be how much? Yes, 8 lakh 90, remove this 40,000. The remaining will be minus 40. 8 lakh 90,000 minus 40,000. Your answer is 8 lakh 50. On 8 lakh 50, if you do all the calculation, your tax burden will be 82,500. Hope you're clear. Yes. On 82,500, don't calculate this. Go with this value. Then 82,500 is your tax. 82,500 plus this 12,000. Then you will get 94,500. On 94,500, the total tax burden I am telling, 94,500 plus 4% education cess, your answer will be 98,280. From 98 to 80 minus, you have 12,000 and 5,000 minus both, minus 17,000 already paid. So your answer will be 81,280, not this one. 81,280. As I told you, 81,280, calculate 15%, 30%, 30%, 25%. On this 15%, on this 30%, on this 30%, and on this 25%. This is what your calculation. Hope you're clear, and your final answer should match with 81 to 80. This is what your answer. Now I'll go to the next problem. Yes. Now your next one. A resident employee MSD agreed 45 years who works for private company getting a salary of 1,75,000 per month for the financial year. He has invested in else fund 65,000 and 75,000 in PPF and 60,000 in NSC. Compute the tax liability. What is the monthly TDS to be deducted? Determine the advance tax payable. All these things you have to find out. His income from salary 175 into 12, 21 lakh. Standard deduction 50,000. Total it is 20 lakh 50,000. Then income from house property is nil. Similarly, income from business, it is 0. Income from capital gain 0. Other source 0. And gross total income you will get 20 lakh 50,000. Deduction else fund, PPF, NSC, and total is 130. It is 2 lakh, but the maximum limit is applicable is how much? Very good. It is 1 lakh 50. From this, if you minus 1 lakh 50, you will get 19 lakh. On that 19 lakh, if you calculate tax, it is simple one. So, you have to calculate tax on this 19 lakh. After calculating tax, you will get around, 3 lakh 97. In this, 2 lakh 50,000 up to 2 lakh 50,000, no tax. Next, 2 lakh 50 to 5 lakh, it is 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, it is 20%. And remaining amount, the remaining amount 9 lakh is there, no? On 9 lakh, we calculate 30%. After doing all the calculation, nil, 12.5, 1 lakh, 2 lakh 70. Total 3 lakh 82,500. 3 lakh 82,500 into 4% education cess, 3 lakh 97,800 is your final answer. Now, for this one, as I told you in the TDS format, salary always it is an average of 12 months. Divide by 12, your tax is how much? 33,150. Now, that 33,150, before that, you will get 3,97,800. That 3,97,800, you have to calculate the percentage like 15% for the first slab, 45%, 75%, 100%. Now, this 33,150 is nothing but your TDS amount. After doing all this, your calculation is done. Hope you are clear. This is all about your advance tax. Before you do your advance tax, always remember you should know that what is your taxable amount. For to know the taxable amount, you should have the knowledge of all the deduction. Now, I'll show you one small problem regarding interest. Interest on advance tax. So, under section 234C, assume that in the question they have mentioned tax payable. Tax payable is 1 lakh and paid. What are the due dates? 15th June, 15th September, 15th December and 15th March. How much they paid? Assume that they paid 13,000 and they paid 27,000. They paid 29,000 and they paid 21,000. Now, these are the amount, the actual paid. Now we are calculating what? Already you have learned how to calculate TDS, how to calculate advance tax. Now we are doing how to calculate interest on advance tax. Now, the format is very simple. The first one is due date. Second one, tax payable. And third one, tax paid. Fourth one, difference. And the next one, interest on advance tax. And tax payable will go with cumulative. Tax paid we go with cumulative. Cumulative means we should keep on adding the previous one. Now, what are the due dates? 15th June, leave 3 lines gap. 15th September, leave 3 lines gap. 15th December, leave 3 lines gap. 15th March. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Now, tax payable. Payable is already given. It is 1 lakh. We'll go with cumulative. Cumulative means what? 1 lakh into 15% as per the slab. What is the slab? 15%, 30%, 30% and 25%. We'll go with cumulative now. 15%. 1 lakh into 15%, it is 15,000. Again, I'll go with cumulative. 15 plus 30 is how much? 45%. Now, 1 lakh into 45%, I'll get 45,000. Again, I'll go with cumulative. This plus 30, 75%. Now, 1 lakh into 75%, I'll get 75,000. Again, I'll go with cumulative. 75 plus 25, 100. So, 1 lakh into 100%, I'll get 1 lakh itself. Hope you are clear. I'll make you better understanding. I'll make you better understand this. 15,000, 45,000, 75,000, 1 lakh. Here we get some answer. I'll tell you. Yeah. Now, as per this calculation, actual tax paid. Paid is given 13,000 for the first year. 13,000. Second one, 13 plus 27. Total 20, 30, 40,000. Now, 40 plus 29, 69,000. 69 plus 21, 90,000. I went cumulative. Hope you are clear up to this. Good. Now, what is the difference? 15 minus 13,000, the difference is 2,000. 45 minus 40,000, the difference is 5,000. 75 minus 69,000, the difference is 6,000. 1 lakh minus 90,000, the difference is 10,000. Hope you are clear up to this. Now, simple one. Once you are done with this, your final advance tax calculation. Now, 2,000 you have 2,000 into 1% into for 3 months. I'll tell you why it is. The difference is 5,000. 5,000 into 1% for 3 months. Whatever the 1% is given, that is per month, not per annum. Next, 6,000 into 1% into 3 months. And the last one, 10,000 into 1% for 1 month. I'll tell you why it is. Now, as per this calculation, you have to calculate the first one. You are supposed to pay 15,000. You paid 13. There is a difference of 2,000. On 2,000, you are calculating 1%. 1% is standard. So your answer is 2,000 into 1% into 3 months. The answer is 60. Why it is 3 months? Simple one. June to September, it is 3 months. Similarly, second one, 5,000. 5,000 into 1% into 3. You will get 150. Again 3 months. Why? From here to here, it is 3 months. Similarly, next one, after 5,000, 6,000 into 1% into 3 months, you will get 180. Again, the last one, see the difference is 3 months. For the last one, we take 1 month. Why? Because there is no further date. That's why we calculate for 1 month. 10,000 into 1% for 1 month, it is 100. And your final answer is 60 plus 150, 210 plus 310, 390, 490 is your final interest on advance tax under section 234C. Hope you are clear. This is what your calculation. So 60, 150 and 180 and 100, 280, 380, 430 and 490. That will be your answer. This is what your interest on advance tax. Now, so you have learned what is advance tax, problems on advance tax, how to calculate advance tax, and finally you have learned interest on advance tax under section 234C. So this is all about your today's session. We are end with your unit number 4, TDS and advance tax. And please refer whatever problems we have done in the class in the offline as well as online. Thank you.